The president was out yet again, making some shocking statements on the coveted $2,000 stimulus check, or $2,000 dividend payment as he likes to call it, again confirming his commitment to the distribution of this money to millions and millions of Americans. Now, I want you to hear it for yourself exactly what he said, as there are three main takeaways out of what he said, indicating how easy it would be for him to distribute that money. The $2,000 he's talked about, it may actually be more than that, as he's indicating that would be the minimum that they'd be sending out, and also pointing out one of the thresholds that I've also been mentioning for quite a while now, and he also says it for himself. Now, I also have this clip right here, which I'm going to play for you in just a second so you can see and hear for yourself exactly what the president says right here, talking about the $2,000. It's only about a 1-minute clip. All that information is encompassed within it, and this is the latest announcement out of the president on that $2,000 that I totally recognize. A lot of you here in this community, as well as tons and tons of people all across the country, need that money very, very badly. Now, I'm going to play this in just a second here. However, this video would not be complete if I didn't show you this document right here, which is a small sample size of the tons of people in this community, the thousands of people that have called chapter there with the phone number, getting free help with their Medicare, getting the right Medicare coverage for their personal needs, collectively saving $2+ million just in this community. Absolutely amazing. By the way, if you're on Medicare, make sure to call chapter there, get some free help, see what options or flexibility you have now. And again, by the end of this year, I would love to see those of you in this community saving $10 million. That's my secret little goal by the end of the year. I would love to see that for you in this community. Anyway, give them a call if you're on Medicare. See what they can do for you. I think you might be shocked with your flexibility and options you may have right now. All right, anyway. Let's play this clip right here. This is the president. It's only about 1 minute long. To be fair with you, this is the clip that took place on Tuesday, which was the 20th, and that was the 1-year mark from Inauguration Day last year. All right, anyway, let's play the clip, and I'll catch you again in just a minute, and we'll talk through some of the details of what the president said. All right, here's the president.
Thank you, Mr. President. Kevin Hassett has said that those $2,000 tariff rebate checks would be up to Congress to decide whether or not to disperse that. Do you agree with Kevin Hassett on that, or do you think you can do that unilaterally?
No, I don't think we would have to go the Congress route, but we'll find out. The reason we're even talking about it is that we have so much money coming in from tariffs that we'll be able to issue at least a $2,000 dividend and also pay down debt for the country. But we'd do a $2,000 dividend to the people of our country. Would probably set a limit of income limit. Where it made sense, but we will be able to make a very substantial dividend to the people of our country. I believe we can do that without Congress.
All right, now there's the clip of the president speaking about that $2,000, and I do want to focus on those three main takeaways that I talked about at the beginning of the video. So first off, at the very start there, you heard the reporter come up and talk about Kevin Hassett, who happens to be the White House National Economic Advisor, which I have featured here on the channel in previous videos over the last few months. There's a few clips out there of him talking about this $2,000 payment, and I've featured those here on the channel again in previous videos. But anyway, the reporter indicates Kevin Hassett has said that Congress would need to approve these payments. The president basically says, I don't think we need to go down the Congress route, and we wouldn't need to get congressional approval. Well, what would that mean? Executive order, right? So basically, unilaterally, the president is thinking he could come in and basically issue these payments without getting an approval through Congress, which would be honestly huge to avoid that process. And actually for him to just do this through executive order, he thinks, and according to what he said here a couple times in this short clip, that he'd be able to do that basically aside from Congress. That's number one. Now, number two, you also heard him say this, at least $2,000 dividend payments, at least, which would indicate $2,000 would be the bare minimum that we would be getting according to what the president is saying. Does that mean we could possibly get $2,100, $2,500, $3,000? Again, it's totally up in the air still at this point. We don't know, but he clearly said right there in the video clip, at least $2,000, which sounds to me pretty awesome because here's the deal. We've gone down this road before, right? Where they've said, yeah, we're going to get you $2,000. And then what do? They give us $1,400. That's what happened back in 2021, where all that time they said, yeah, we're going to get you $2,000, $2,000. Vote for us. We're going to get you $2,000. And then sure enough, they came back, they pulled a fast one on us, and they actually gave us $1,400, which is significantly different than $2,000, right? So The president coming out indicating here that that they would actually be at least $2,000, which should, honestly be really, really good, and that'd be really, really cool. Okay, now number 3 is I want to point something out that he indicated here, and I've been saying this so many times over the last, call it 3 months or so. I've said this like many, many, many times, like a lot of times I've said this, and over the last several years, I've said this many, many times as well. The president said income. That's all he said, right? They would basically put an income threshold in place that would determine somebody's eligibility to get these payments. That's it, okay? I see this comment down below so often all the time. In fact, I have dedicated videos here on the channel talking about this every so often. When I get these comments so often, I make a dedicated video and I'm like, dude, it's about your income. It's nothing else. There's so many people that get caught up saying, I'm not working. I don't have an income. I don't file a tax return. I'm living on Social Security. I have a disability. I'm a senior. They don't care about any of that. None of that matters whatsoever. It's your income. That's it. Your income. What is your income as a result of the threshold that they put in place? That's the only factor that they care about. And again, I've said that so many times in other videos. And you might be thinking, but wait, I'm just living on a fixed income like Social Security or something like that. Or I'm not working. I don't file a tax return. Doesn't matter. He never said a thing about that. It does not matter whatsoever. As the president said right there, it's about your income. They would put some income thresholds in place, and whatever the income threshold is, if your income is below the threshold, and, provided you don't owe like a huge liability to the IRS or whatever other, little parameters they may put in place that may garnish it, other than that, you're good. That's all it comes down to, okay? So those are the 3 main takeaways. And again, just want to share this clip with you. As I've said before in other videos, anytime that the president comes out, talks about this, or anybody within the administration talks about this who has credibility, I want to share it with you here in these videos because I know that a lot of you in this community are relying on me and this channel and these videos to keep you updated with this as far as what we know and what's happening with these, right? So anyway, again, president indicating, making it very clear, committing to, and basically showing his, his confirming, basically, his commitment to the distribution of these dollars to go out to the people, okay? So again, at any point here, 2026, we know that, I've said this before, if they're going to do it, they're going to do it sometime before November, okay? Other than that, if they don't do it at least sometime before November, it would basically come down to the economy crashing and burning at that time to get some type of stimulus. But this would not be an economic stimulus. This would basically be a profit share of the tariff revenues coming into the country, and then basically he would just send that back to us in the form of what he is calling a dividend, and that's literally what a dividend is. A dividend is basically a profit share back to the people, or in the case of large companies, it's in the form of a profit share back to shareholders. But in this case, it's the American people, which are basically shareholders in the United States, is how that really comes down to. And that's why he wants to call this a dividend payment. But again, name aside, doesn't matter. The name doesn't matter. $2,000 dividend, $2,000 stimulus, whatever you want to call it. That's what this is. Okay? Anyway, I said this earlier. I'm going to say it again really quickly, which is this. That clip was pulled out of the speech that he made. It was about an hour-and-a-half speech that he made on Tuesday, which was the 20th and the 1-year mark from his inauguration day for term number 2. Okay, so again, he was out for about an hour and a half or so, making a speech, answering questions from reporters, and that clip was pulled from that. Okay, anyway, hope that helps you. And again, I showed this earlier. This is just some of the names that I pulled out of the comments section, saving all kinds of money monthly, annualized, by calling Chapter. Again, phone number here on the screen. Make sure to give them a call if you've not done so. If you're on Medicare, if you are frustrated because you can't see your doctor anymore, whatever it happens to be, call them, see what you can do. You may have some options. You may have some flexibility. I think you may be shocked. Otherwise, they can help you out with your initial enrollment. If you're turning 65 and you need to enroll in Medicare, if you have a special enrollment period opening up, whatever it happens to be, they can help you out with all that. Give them a call. As you can see there, free Medicare help. And again, about 10,000 of you in this community have called in the last year or so. Hundreds of you have already called so far this year. Dozens and dozens and dozens of you saving a ton of money already this year by calling there. And again, collectively saving over $2 million just in the last year. I'd love to see those of you in this community save collectively about $10 million by the end of this year. That'd be absolutely incredible. All right, anyway, let me know what else I can do for you. Please subscribe down below, 100% free. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video, big share button down below. Otherwise, let me know what else I can do. Drop your comments, questions, feedback down below. And again, after you talk to Chapter, by the way, with the phone number there, drop a comment down below on any video. It doesn't matter the video. Just use the word Chapter within your comment. Let me know how it goes, and I'll add your name to this list here, as well as I'll grab your comment and add it to this stack here. And yeah, continue to feature your comment in upcoming videos. All right, anyway, enjoy, take care, and I'll catch